Hey guys, good morning. Happy Easter. It is kickball day and Easter. So it is the 17th of April. I don't know, I'm just feeling a little, it's always hard without my mother, right? Because we'd be having company and she'd be a flurry of activity, and my job was always to do the table. I do a good looking table, not Pinterest level table, but a normal person cute table. But yeah, so I am just fresh out of the bed, just made my coffee. As I say, but first, coffee. For those of you, and why would you not see my Trader Joe's review? This non-dairy oat cream or brown sugar is awesome. I'm gonna add a tiny bit more sugar, tiny bit more cream, but I'm gonna wean myself down just to this. It is $1.99. I think that's a good deal. Dairy free, all those good things free, but not free of taste. So I'm here with the Crutes. How on earth do you say that? Anyway, Meyer lemon pound cake. I had a couple of things. I was gonna make a red velvet bundt cake. So I had all kinds of things planned in my head for what my energy level was. Because, you know, I forget I work and, you know, I've not been enjoying getting up very early to do anything. But I'm not making one, I'm making two. So I'm making one for me and Bev, and then I'm gonna make one for Angela and her team. So Angela's not really eating right now, but anyway, her team is lovely. And so I'm gonna do that and then take you with me. I don't know, I think maybe I'll spend the day with you, I'm not sure. See how I'm just doing my, you guys, if you don't have this, get this. Baker's Joy is the best. Now, I don't have the same size pans, but whichever one looks the best will go to Angela's people. Because Bev and I, it's all about the taste, right? Okay. So now, let me see how I can film this. I mean, it's simple, really. Should I be even bringing you? Maybe it's just about me talking. So if you guys, I got 4 of these things. They're hard to find. They're like it's like $3.9. I don't know, maybe under $4. I think, of course, Whole Foods has it cheaper, but I'm not Whole Foods. Walmart. But, you know, Walmart's not my favorite place to go to unless it's really early. So I got this at just a local grocery store, Harris Teeter. My one close to me doesn't have it. So anyway, you've got the mix. You've got yourself 2/3 cup water. How about that, y'all? Mr. Mayor McCheese. I love these things. These were so from my childhood. And then you have 10 tablespoons of butter. Yes, ma'am, 10 tablespoons of the butter melted. I'm gonna incorporate that a little bit. And then each one, because that butter is a little bit warm, I'm gonna get that all kind of stir. I'm just gonna talk, you know, y'all know what stir looks like. So I'm gonna, okay. And then an egg. Rude of me, excuse me. And I, you know, I just like to whip it up a little bit before I put it in, right? Because that butter was warm, I decided to, look at this thing of beauty right there. Look at that. So now I have, sorry y'all, edit. I have sprinkles. So I don't know, I guess I'll just put them on top. I don't know, should I add them in the cake mix, y'all? I don't know. Anyway, you're just gonna stir this as little as possible until everything is combined, especially the egg. There's hunks of flour. Hunks of flour never killed anyone, right? Let me see what it says. It doesn't say don't ever mix or anything. You can make lemonade cupcakes, but you have to have 2 tablespoons of lemonade. Y'all, who has 2 tablespoons of lemonade? Do you have just 2 tablespoons of lemonade? So you'd have to buy lemonade, which is not the end of the world. So, okay. texture, I'm going to add some, I love these Dom Perols, y'all. I'm not a sprinkle person. I just the color and the texture. So I'm going to just put in your zhuzh up like a handful. Yeah. So I got myself some Chinese food last night. What's your favorite thing to get from the Chinese? I like, it's so expensive, not my budget anymore. Honestly, Angela treated us all the time. But I was craving it and I hadn't eaten much. But what's your favorite to get? I just think that perks it up a little bit. So what is your favorite thing to get from the restaurant, Asian restaurant? Like I tried to switch it around. Last night I got crispy beef, non-spicy. See, I would like a little spice, but you know, I don't know there's such a thing. There's either spice or no spice. So I can always add my own spice later. I need, excuse me. Okay, so number one, I think that I like having it. Well, they're gonna melt a little bit, but that's okay. It might be just look pretty. Okay, number one, how easy is that? You guys, there's so much that goes into a pound cake. I was gonna make one for Angela. There's so much that I thought. And Creuset. Crusties, is it Crusties? Crusties. Creuset. My mom called it Creuset, so I think what I'm gonna do is, I got my egg. Y'all, eggs were not cheap this week, but of course, because it's Easter, right? Everyone's deviling them and coloring them. This week I gotta be on the hunt. Ooh. We got Ronald McDonald. Oh my God, I'm such a, we went to, McDonald's was just such, it was more than a treat. We ate there a lot. Because it was the 70s and moms didn't really have time to be doing all that cooking. They were all having a life. So now this pan's bigger than that pan. So we'll just see. And I have one more pan. Thank you, Mom. That is even bigger than that pan. So, but like I told you, I'm watching that Alicia and her family from Daughtery Dozen. But she makes some kind of bread in the morning almost every morning. 3 loaves. She's hysterical. She didn't have time to be like Pinterest ready. And oh, that's good creamer, y'all. Try it if you. Okay, so I'm adding sprinkles. I'm zhuzhing it up. Now, it comes with its own glaze. But what I'm going to do is I have some, sorry, Claire, if you're over there. Let me see. I guess this one's good enough. I'm going to do a little lemon peel on it and a little lemon in the glaze itself because I think that just takes it up a notch, y'all. Okay, so, but these things need to cool completely before they're frosted, or excuse me, glazed. And my thinking is I want to leave around, it's right now, it's 8 o'clock, a little after, and I want to leave around 11. So it's going to take like almost 40 minutes to cook. Let's say 9, 10 o'clock, it's cool. Did I forget anything? No, I didn't know. Pretty. Okay, give me now. There are 2 different sizes, which in theory would mean they're going to have 2 different cook times. So it says bake 38 to 42 minutes. It asks for a 8 by 4 inch. So that's the smaller one. So I think I'll set my timer at 38 minutes and take out the small one and give eyeball the big one. And then you cool 5 minutes, cool cake completely before drizzling with lemon glaze. And like I said, all you do is take the lemon glaze, mix it with water, and then I'm gonna add lemon to it because that just makes it yummy. So yeah, I'm gonna set my alarm. Excuse me. So I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna play with Clara, and it's a beautiful morning here. It's crisp, but my allergies and my glasses are, I don't know, I sneezed and my glasses came off my face. I think that's a problem. But yeah, so I just want to touch base with you guys. Yeah, maybe I'll go have some coffee and I'll bring you with me. So, hi Clara. Let me see if I can get a little Clara. Hey Clara. You look up? No, because she knows she's on camera and she's difficult. So yeah, I just thought I haven't really chatted with you guys lately. Sometimes I film things and I don't post them or I forget to post them. And then I think, well, yeah, like I did one in my car going to work. Anyway, I just, when I feel, well, I don't know, I just feel connected. And I think I feel connected to myself when I'm talking to you guys, which is really a phenomenon. But you know, I've been, I don't even know if I posted when I talked about this. I'm reading this ADHD 2.0 by Hallowell, who wrote really the first book, and it's like the pioneer in the ADHD world. And just about what a gift ADHD can be, and that your brain is like a race car, but your brakes are like a bike. And it's, you know, I have medicine that helps my brain slow down, which, yeah, you know, don't get me started on like prescriptions and medicine. You know, they won't pay for the real one. I can't afford the real one, so I get a generic. Every time it's a little different. It comes from different manufacturers in China. And it's kind of scary because like if you had heart medicine or you had a medicine that doesn't necessarily, you can feel it, but keeps your blood pressure or what, my thyroid per se medicine. I don't know if my thyroid's regulated or not. I assume it is because I'm taking that medicine. But with the ADHD medicine, you can kind of tell if it's working. And I would like to go up on it, but, you know, I have sleep issues. So it's a mess. So I got to get my sleep study and see if I can figure out my sleep better, get that under control. But basically with the, I was talking about, you know, there's tools. Like you have to learn to use the brakes you have, right? And, or to think, wait a minute, my brakes aren't working right now. So it's just, you know, I've been, honestly, when my dad died, in the early 80s, I was 17. One of my, his best friend's wife put a book in my hand called When Bad Things Happen to Good People by Kushner. Really, she's an angel. She's gone now because I've thought a lot of times of, contacting her and just telling her, she put me on a journey. I mean, I was always a reader, but probably the first, you know, I always read what the people I babysat for read, and they always read like romance and, you know, current fiction, stuff like that, which was wild at the time. That's a whole nother story. But not this kind of book. She introduced me to it, and it just was like a lifeboat, right? Like a lifeboat. And this, you know, my whole world had gone upside down with my dad dying. And, I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, I had a stepmother, my parents were divorced. She caused a scene at the funeral, which luckily I didn't. It wasn't the funeral, it was the wake. I remember the newspaper made a mistake and put the wake in 2 days, so we had to go twice, and it was a nightmare. And you know, I refused to have an open casket, and, you know, people could go see my dad before or after. It was just awful. But apparently she caused a scene, and my cousin heard it, but one of my friends heard it, and turned out she's like a nightmare and stole all my college money that my mom had saved since she was like, I was born. So it just drama. You know, I always used to think of it as like a movie of the week. Do you guys remember that? I don't know in Canada and other places, but, you know, there's always this like crazy dramatic movie of the week. And I didn't watch them because even then I didn't like that kind of stuff, much less star in my own version of it. But I guess that's just life, right? At the time, you know, you feel it's you. But I had amazing people in my life as much as I had really awful people. So, yeah, made me think about that. But, so the ADHD, so I've got to, so I was thinking about this, you know, I've had so much loss and like so many people. And, you know, how do I handle my grief? For some reason, I hold myself back from walking outside. I don't know. It has something to do with my weight and sexuality and my light shining, which is a whole nother video. But I also know I'm 57. I'm safer. You know, back in the day, I was kind of raised to be a people pleaser to make my parents' life easier, basically in a nutshell. And I have that with an authoritative figure explaining this to me. But now, I mean, I don't suffer fools. And if you know, I've worked in bookstores most of my career, and you just get all kinds of people, and I don't put up with nonsense. I can't. That's not why I'm paid. So I'm pretty good at that. And so I'm not, I don't know, I keep telling myself, you're not, you know, this young girl who, you know, has suffered so much. You are a grown woman and verbally can take care of yourself. And, you know, I could be a wild demon if I need to be. So I want to work through that. But yet so what I need to break, I think the cycle is for me. And I guess I was thinking about Easter and the, you know, the suffering, the death, and the reborn, resurrected, right? I mean, they're symbols also. I mean, whether you believe in that or not, or, you know, these are all symbols that are shared through cultures and time, you know, through eons. So I'm just thinking about that, you know, the suffering, and then sort of a death of what was, if you will. Being poetic this morning, a death of what was. And we all have it in many different ways all the time. But then there's a new beginning. Even if it doesn't feel like it, even if it's not a good new beginning, even if it's not a new beginning you're present to, there is a new beginning. It's a change. I mean, technically a day could be like that. So I was thinking about that. And so for me, what I need to work on changing and being aware of, and I think I've evolved enough that I am, is so if I say I want to walk and then I don't, how do I handle myself? You know, I'm mean to myself and very unkind, and it's just ridiculous and not necessary. And I don't know how, you know, you just look at a new baby and a toddler and how open they are, you know, given normal circumstances. They walk, they fall, they, you know, they want to get somewhere, they can't walk, they crawl, but they're determined. And that's how we are. And I don't know where we, you know, I just don't get why society is so mean. But yeah, like I said, I had really amazing people in my life. So I want to challenge this thinking. And I'm really struggling waking up in the morning, but I think I'm going to bed too late. Like literally I need to be in my bed at 9 if I'm going to take sleeping pills, which right now I need. So I have time to have them and then wake up. And I'd like to get up at 6 or 6:30. It's, you know, beautiful now. And have time to do, even if I do 10-minute walk, right? Just symbolic to myself. And then, you know, there's this thing called morning pages that Julia Cameron does. And it's basically to help empty your brain of monkey mind. You know, there's so many that jump. So you take, you write for like, it doesn't matter the time, like you just like, it's like gibberish writing. You don't punctuate, you don't do any of that. You just, it's stream of consciousness, and you get stuff out on three, you know, notebook pages. And when I do that, I do feel better because I'm like scrubbing the pan of all that debris for the new, it's not, you know, for the new cooking dish. And so you're not bringing that with you. And I'd like to spend, just start with 5 minutes of meditation. I mean, here's a good example. My niece, I asked her for the app Calm for my birthday, but I don't know how to add the gift card. Now, I just need to sit down and do that. And maybe that's something, I'll see if I don't write it down, then it'll be out of my mind. So that's another tool I need to use, but I don't always look back. So Calm app. So it would require me, one, to go find, actually it's probably in my email, and to Google, figure out, because I can't be that hard. And then, so walking, just like moving my body. And there's a difference between treadmill and outside. You know, I've read so many books. Like I said, she put me on a journey of reading, and I was so desperate, and life made no sense to me. And I was really, I don't know, just, I wasn't taught to take care of myself. I was taught to take care of my parents. And then without my dad, it's some kind of balance. And I love my parents, and my parents were good people. They were. I'm very lucky like that. Like I've said many times, I'm thoughtful for other people because my parents were thoughtful. My parents were inclusive. My parents loved people, just all ages. And because of the military background and Air Force, you know, they were everywhere. And my mom just, she, even later in life, I remember one night she brought some nice Indian man she met on the bus and needed help with his taxes and thought I could help, bringing him home. That's my mother. Luckily, I have, you know, resources at my fingertips. It's not necessarily sometimes about you helping someone, but you getting the help for someone, right? So, or leading them to where they can make their next step. And I feel like that happens to me a lot. But so, you know, walking outside is really for mental health more than physical health. You know, I can hop on my treadmill, which I haven't been doing, but it is, you know, all the books I've read for depression, for nothing other than my depression, walking outside is better than an antidepressant. So that's something, I don't know how I make it a habit. Like, I just want it to be, like, I think I've said this before too, when Robert Kennedy, I read, John Jr., somebody had written a book about him. I mean, there's so many, I can't remember. One of his friends who started George with him, I think, the magazine. He would look at his schedule, and if there wasn't 45 minutes for him to work out, they had to put it in, because he said, I can't do what I do without that. Like, literally, if I don't have 45 minutes to myself, I can't get through the day. So I would love to be like that. Like, oh my God, I look at my schedule, when am I going to walk? Well, I'm going to have to not do this because that's more important. And I also want to start lifting weights again. I feel a little sorry for myself, which I'm not going to be ashamed of. I just want to move past that. Like, you know, I do better with a trainer, like everyone does, you know, like, oh, if I had a cook, it would be much better than me cooking. And I've learned enough from trainers that, you know I need to lift weights for my upper body strength. And seeing Angela, my friend, who, those of you who are new are probably already gone, not take care of herself and not doing the things that would ensure her quality of life. But, you know, I'm coming to the realization that mentally she couldn't, because nothing makes sense, right? Nothing about this makes sense. She's literally not dying of Crohn's disease or colitis, which, you know, her body, I think, has gotten through that episode. But in her mind, she decided she was dying. I mean, like, day one, you know, if I were in the hospital, they make me get up and walk around. Like, when I had my brain surgery, I had to get up that day and walk around. You know, it's what you do. And no, it's not easy and it's scary as hell, but you have to. That's what the body has to do. It has to move. And this is what I got to remember. Like, I get 12,000 steps a day. So I'm moving all day, but it's not the same, right, as walking for mental health or, you know, to get your heart rate up. So Angela has just decided she's dying, and basically from being bedridden, I don't even know if she's truly dying, but, you know, it is so bizarre. And even now, if she would just, it would hurt like hell and be hard, but she could sit up and they could get her, you know, she's a stair chair, so she could go downstairs so she could see the birds and be in her kitchen and eat at her table. And she's choosing not to, but I don't know, and becomes very upset when you talk about it. So, but that is something here. So I've come to realize, because I know, you know, mental health issues are just, you know, I would love to do work and advocating for that, because it's real. It's not fake. It's not, oh, you're just lazy, so you come, which is what I've felt my whole life, basically being lazy. Because I couldn't accomplish things. And it's hysterical because I have ADHD, which means I move a lot. So lazy is not the word, right? But that's what, you know, you get these labels. But then you believe them and internalize them and you don't even know you're doing it. So that is, I'm just trying to, you know, I want to be excited. And like, this is a new adventure. I mean, really, so many things have changed and gone. But anyway, so it's a real thing. So it's not like Angela in her right mind is choosing to die in this horrible suffering. She cannot not do it. So it's, you know, I'm trying to come to peace with that I don't know if she had a mini stroke at some point. I mean, can you imagine that she was in the hospital and they didn't do a CAT? I don't think they did an MRI. I just can't even. Anyway, it is what it is, right? My friend and I, you know, big at going back over and over again. So I'm learning to understand that's happening, because you can't say I'm never going to do that again. That's ridiculous. That's not how the mind works. But I hold myself accountable to that standard, and that is what's got to change. So, yeah. I've had my medicine. Yeah, so back to me. So what can I do? And you know, I want to lift weights because my upper body strength is not there in the way, you know, and the older you get, the more you need to do. So, you know, lifting weights a couple times, and I have everything I need. Now I don't have big weights. I don't have a, you know, a bet, you know, whatever, the thing you lay on, all that. I don't. But I have enough to get started, and that for what I need right now. So journaling, doing that, heavy meditation, quiet time. You know, I went to this really good, I don't know what you would call him. He was a pastor, like in a New Age church. We called him Reverend Jim. But he was not psychic. I don't know what the word is. But anyway, he said to me once, he's gone now. I love stuff like that. I've always been seeking. I've always been curious. I've always been seeking. Why, how, what, next, that kind of thing. But he told me once, he sees me in like a circus tent, and I am the lion tamer, but I'm also all the lions, right? And that's what I need to figure out is how do I, you know, all these different facets of myself, you know. I don't know, taming's the right word. I guess maybe that's what I've thought of, but incorporating them, understanding them, and recognizing them kind of thing. But thinking of tools, you know, like in Holloway says. So, you know, definitely journaling is a tool. The less TV I watch, the better I am. I'd like to read more. I work. You know, I have really, let's just say, basically an hour commute there and back because I leave early to make sure I'm on time. So, but even there, if I get to work 15 minutes early, you know, then that could be time to take a walk or, you know, have quiet time. So I've got to think of how to incorporate all this but be kind to myself as you know, it's like I expect myself to wake up tomorrow and do it all. I do. And I can't, and then I'm upset with myself. So I think that's what has to change, is that part of judging myself for this. But have like, you know, here's things that you can do today to support yourself. And, you know, maybe I don't walk every day, but I walk 3 times a day. But the day I don't walk, maybe I lift weights, or I definitely take time to journal, or I read, or something towards my mental health and physical health. You know, and I know food is an issue. I'm going to do my food weight loss journey thing soon. But I know eating certain things hurt my joints, yet I do it. So that's never made sense to me. Again, is this part of the brain? I don't know. But I want to work more on that. Incorporate, like I'm having, you know, I got my oat creamer back, trying to wean off dairy. I've added, you know, vegetables. I mean, fruit. I love fruit. Fruit's easy. I got to work more on my vegetables. So just stuff like that. So I'm going to write them down. And, you know, the thing is, I got to wake up in the morning and look at my list and think, okay, it's like a guideline. It's just that, you know, it's the way that's going to help and I don't want to think like, okay, here's your list, you have to do it. I just want to sort of like, okay, here's things that you Your tools are things that are going to make your day better, make you stronger. What do you want to do today? Like, I get to do that. It's that mindset. I was telling my friend Bev, I was reading, I love all these kind of books. I listen to them usually in the car, that you change your mindset like to a growth mindset, and that's what we're working on. It's really, we literally, Angela is the house where we meet. It's near my work, and it's really halfway between my house and Beverly's house. And we swim all summer long, all weekends, and my days off we swim. Last year I didn't do as much. We hang out, we eat. It's just the place that we always met. And so not only are we losing Angela, we're losing this meeting place. It's like, it's huge loss for us. I mean, huge loss for us. And swimming is a big part of, how I take care of myself in the summer. And I have a pool here, but I'm not going to a public pool, especially with COVID and kids screaming, carrying on. It's just after this oasis. So it's a huge loss. And like, so what do we do now? Like, how do we, I don't know. I'm just trying to be open to it and mourn that, it's like, I haven't had a meal with Angela. Well, that's not true. I've eaten twice with her. But, we always had so much fun and, great conversations and just good energy, all of us being together. So that's what I'm thinking these days. And so what do you guys do? What are the things to do? I mean, I wish my family were an athletic family, but we're not. Understatement. My dad tried, he tried to make we play tennis, and I was always clumsy and klutzy, and I don't know, that just wasn't incorporated. Like, okay, yeah, so let's play anyway. That you're clumsy. Who cares? My niece has that same clumsiness. It's interesting. Literally, I didn't even understand it myself till I saw her and her sort of like a baby giraffe, legs everywhere. But, yeah, so that's just what I'm thinking. So today is Easter Sunday. I am going to Beverly's house. But first I'm going to go by, I want to run into Trader Joe's to grab something real quick. We'll see. I don't know I was surprised they're open, but they are. And then go to Angela's and hang out. She's been in, having bad days, so I probably won't be there long. And bring my cake. And then go to Beverly's, which she lives in Virginia, and it's not easy to get to. But I got to get used to it because that's, my house, she's allergic to cats. So, so it makes it hard for her to come hang out here. So I'll be going there more. And I told her we're going to explore the Dollar Trees around her area and maybe go thrifting and, I don't know, hiking. And we just have to change it. We have to change it. So, yeah. And then come home. My goal now is to get my dishes done. I want to make that penne feta kind of tomato thing. I want to leave here around 11. So I probably still can do that. I think maybe I'll go get ready. My kitchen done, come down and start on that. And I would like to do my nails tonight and, resources until I have a roommate and money coming in. Really all that's going to go to Clara's surgery. But I can live with that. I mean, it's just weird. Like, yeah, like what like I sound like a spoiled brat. But, and I need 2 teeth. Hearing aids. So yeah, so I give up my nails, but they make me happy to do it. So I don't know, figure it out, like that kind of thing. But yeah, that's what's happening here. How are you guys? I know some people have big families and it's just all fun and everyone loves everyone and gets along. And then there's families who, there's tension and somebody's going to be there you don't want to see or going to make a comment to you, or people are lonely by themselves. Or you can be lonely in a big family, But, YouTube has really made a difference in my life. And I want to get better at it. I mean, of course, I would love to have lots and lots of followers. It would be nice to make money. It would be awesome. I mean, I won't be quitting my day job, but that would be fun. It'd be fun to have that towards what I could buy to show you. That would be, like, super fun. But, I do want to spend time working on getting better at it. Like, I would love to film an intro, you know, and like, I got to learn just how to link things below and link to other channels. And I really do need to, I would like to be on a regular schedule of stuff. So this is stuff that, you know, I could spend say, other than what I normally do filming and putting stuff up, like say 4 hours a week learning something. And I make a list of that, and then I don't know, it's as if it never existed. So I think for me, looking at the guidelines of what you know, even a list, my brain's like, what? Huh? So, yeah. But I know I'm not alone. And thank you guys for listening and being here. And I know, look at this cat. Right? She wants me to take the birdie. Where's the birdie? Where is it? Here it is. You're standing on it. So I need to take the birdie and run around the house so she can trace me. So that, y'all, is what I'm going to go do. So I'll be back maybe when I'll show you my cakes, make the penne maybe. Yeah, so I don't know. This will be whatever I want to be, I guess. But anyway, maybe I'll try to post this tonight, but I just hope everyone is, you know, if you're hurting, go take a walk, you know, go clean out a junk drawer, go, always my therapist said, when you're really down, on your way down, if you can like grab a tree limb, and, you know, we had things that I could do. One of the big things I used to do was go to the movies, just to get out of my house. You know, now that's, well, I don't know. Anyway, go to the movies. Just, you know, even walking around somewhere, you know, just do something. Drink some water, right? One of the, you know, I used to take yoga classes too. I loved it. I don't know why I stopped, but there's this thing where you put feet to wall. So you can put a towel or a mat or something to support your lower back. And you don't have to be completely flat to the wall, depending on how flexible you are. All kinds of cool things. And relieves stress, it helps your thyroid, does all kinds of cool things. So we call it feet to the wall. Feet to the wall. So that is an awesome thing to do. And everyone has a wall, right? So, all right, guys, I'm going to go take my cake out. I'm going to see you soon. Okay, guys, I am here, and I am going to make that feta pasta tomato dish. So I'm just putting some olive oil spray. And then I have some already you know, I did not want to not use it. I'm going to use, I've got some shallot, chunky up. Now there's many different recipes and many different ways of making it. And then I've got feta from Trader Joe's, but I did not want this feta to go to waste, right? So, I think the amount of tomatoes is probably not as many as I could use, right? So I might just take a little hunk of the feta to use in salads this week. And this is the pasta I'm going to use. I'm boiling the water. So now I'm going to use, it says to use like half a cup. This is this special stuff from Trader Joe's. So olive oil. So it wants to, so I got my little 1/4 of a cup. Whoops. You guys. So I might not need as much. I'm going to put a little minced garlic. And I was going to use another olive oil. Here it is. So this is also Trader Joe's Herbes de Provence. So it's got all these yummy things in it. And this is darker. So a little bit of garlic. I am going to add just a handful of the red crushed pepper. Not even that handful. There's like a tiny sprinkle. I just like a tiny bit of heat. And I'm obsessed with oregano. So I'm going to put some oregano. And that's it. So I am waiting for my, I set my oven to 400. I'm waiting for my pasta, and I'll bring you back when it's all done and ready to mix in the pasta. Okay, guys, so I'm just gonna smush everything. Doesn't that look beautiful? Yum. Yum. All that deliciousness. Now I'm just gonna add, I don't know what I'm gonna add. I'm just gonna see what works. And then I have some left. I have some like whole ricotta and some, you know, spaghetti sauce. I might just whip all that together, bake it in the oven for a little bit. I haven't had pasta in a while. Yeah, I think that's enough for the pasta. Yum! And of course, I think you could add mushrooms, peppers, whatever you want. Just yummy. There it is, a thing of beauty. Okay, guys, so I have a bite of pasta, tomato, and the shallot. Yum. Hot. Mmm. That is so good. That feta. That is yummy. I think, no, you could do tomatoes and the olive oil and all that and the pasta and mix in some of that Alouette cheese. That would be good too. But you guys, so tasty. Couldn't be easier. If you can boil water, turn on an oven, right? Then you're good to go. Yeah. My friend's going to flip out. I didn't tell her I was bringing it, but so damn good. So anyway, that's I'm going to hook them together. I'm not quite done with my lemon cake. I need my pound cake. I need to glaze it, and then I will put all this together and show you guys. So I am doing the glaze, which, you know, is just powdered sugar. And I added, let's see, a little bit of water, a little bit of lemon juice, squeezed from a lemon, and lemon zest. So, I think I might need just a tinge more. I want it to be a little runnier than this, of course, but let's wait till we get it all. So the cakes are completely cool. Let me see. Oh, that's kind of nice. Tiny bit more lemon juice. Okay, so. Okay, so this one is for Angela. So let's just see where gravity takes us here. I want every bite to have some of this glaze on it. You definitely have enough glaze mix. But I feel like you really have to zhuzh it up and add lemon stuff to it, zest, and makes all the difference. I guess you could probably do it in the cake too, but you don't want to make it insanely lemon like that ice cream. Woo, gosh, that ice cream. I can't eat it, y'all. That from Trader Joe's, that when life gives you lemon, make ice cream. Nope. So now I'm going to add a few of these. I think it just makes it look a little bit more festive, right? I love these things on Rice Krispie treats. That's probably my favorite. Okay, so let's put the lid on that. I've learned that the hard way, y'all. I would normally put eggs or something around it, but yeah, it doesn't matter. And people there don't like chocolate because, you know, they're not. Love these things from the Dollar Tree. Okay, so I'm going to try a bite. They really know how to make a pound cake. So I would not hesitate. Now I split it in half, or I gave her a little more. So that's for Beverly. So let me show you my contribution to our sort of informal Easter. My coffee. The dessert, one dessert. She loves these pudding things, so I had got her some of those. This is that good caramelized cheese from Trader Joe's. She loves that. With all dreaded scalloped potatoes from Trader Joe's. I hope she likes them because I'm not eating them. I'm going to bring the yummy feta. Oh my God, you guys. So I have extra pasta, so I'm gonna get another feta. I think I'll use half though. That'll be good for me. And then this, you guys, is all I could do not to eat any yesterday. Tres leches. And treat me now I'm going to Trader Joe's. And I gotta get rolls, but to get this. I hope it's there and I hope it's not there. You know what I mean? Anyway, and then I got her some fun stuff and that's it. So I'm heading out. So hey guys, it is Easter after, well, it's almost 6 o'clock. I am leaving my friends. Sorry about this weird angle, but this does not want to do it in any sort of straight way. I have to look at it. But yeah, so this is actually not terrible traffic for this area. But it's always heavy, but it usually moves unless there's an accident. So here we go. But I hope you guys have had a nice day. I went to Trader Joe's and I was looking for that tres leche cake, which I found. And I got some japchae. I got, let's see, some more banana fritters. And then I needed some feta, tomatoes. And I got the drink that Angela likes, so I stopped by there, and she was, I don't know, you know, it just was a better day, and we connected, and she held my hand, and we, you know, I asked her about things I knew about, but to bring her back to some good memories. And so I was there for a couple hours, and then at my friend Beverly's where we had ham, and she loved that feta pasta salad I made. But you guys, we were having those scalloped corns from Trader Joe's. I'm sorry, scalloped potatoes. I don't like it. She didn't like it either. There's something in the nutmeg is too much. There's a weird aftertaste. I know some people love them, but not for me. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. It really, truly is. And I feel good. It was so good to connect with Angela, and even though I know hard times are still here. It was just like such a beautiful moment and gave her so much pleasure. And, you know, she wasn't who she was. She's had such an interesting life. Her and her really good friend who met at this Johnny Ray concert, they were crazy about this Johnny Ray character in England. And they ended up hitchhiking and traveling together. And, you know, in the, I don't know, early 60s, I guess, mid 60s. I think she came to Washington in 64, so it would have been before that. But, yeah, just, she's done some amazing things. So it was fun to sort of, I just, you know, I thought about it quietly and asked, like, what do I do? And I heard this voice say, ask her how she met her friend Bobby, even though I know. But that really did open up some floodgates. And we talked about pictures, and I said, well, why don't I bring up some pictures next time, and let's just go through them. Because that's something she loves, and I love, and my mom loved, is, you know, just going through boxes of pictures. So it really connected. I just, you know, I just wish she was going to be okay. And, but it was a lovely moment, and I had made her that lemon pound cake, which she loved, and then I have the tres leche cakes in the refrigerator there, so it will thaw out. And then I'm going to, you know, ask the person who gets her food to get her some strawberries to go with that. But that, I love that tres leche, you guys. If you haven't tried, it's so moist and yummy and perfect. But, yeah, so my friend Beverly, if all goes well and traffic is not, like, held up, it's about a 15-minute drive. But that's kind of normal for us here, you know. That's not out of the ordinary. You know, work is like 35, 40 minutes, so... But she lives across the bridge in Virginia, and that's, like, to me, a nightmare. That's just like, oh, another world. It's just all there, I don't know, they don't, like, put signs so you can see what the roads are. I can't even describe it, but it's not my favorite place to drive, but Beverly's my favorite person. So we're going to have to start meeting there to do things instead of Angela's, which was perfect because it was halfway between my house and her house, pretty much. So think about what we're going to do if we're not going to be hanging out at the pool. You know, what are we going to do? So, you know, I'd like to try some different hikes and stuff before it gets really hot. And this is nuts, you guys. I'm so sorry. So maybe I'll just, okay. I don't know. That was just driving me crazy. So, yeah. So I'm thinking, you know, I'm going to look for different hikes we can get up early and go do. You know, we have a couple of months here of beautiful weather. So, and I'm going to drag her around to some of the Dollar Tree stores in Virginia, and there's a really couple cool thrift stores near her. And, you know, we can cook and try different recipes and, you know, do some art projects or just, you know, do an hour of creativity together. So, yeah. So things are definitely different. This was our first holiday, really, without Angela being there. And we had ham. I just love ham. So she gave me a bunch of ham, and then she's going to make ham soup. And we had my lemon cake and the tres leches for dessert. And then she got some of these gelato things, so we tried that, just bites of them. But, yeah. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to go home, finish up some chores, you know, I'd like my laundry done and put away that I've started. That's a big deal. And I got a kitchen to clean up, and maybe check in on some YouTube people. And, you know, I had some quiet meditation time this morning. I think it helped. I think it gave me direction on how to approach Angela, and it worked. It really worked. I mean, yesterday she couldn't even look at me, and just wouldn't open her. I mean, she opened her eyes briefly, and that was it. So I don't know what the difference is, you know, but she wanted to talk, and she held my hand. It was so nice. I think the last time I went to hold her hand, she just sort of moved it away and didn't want. So I think we're going to go through a lot of these ups and downs. But yeah, so So I wish I could hear from every single one of you what you've done today, how it went. What did you eat? Like, what's your favorite thing? My mom, oh my God, there would have been deviled eggs. There would have been scalloped corn, glorified rice. That's a major, like, a home thing. Minnesota, I'm sure it's Midwest. But maybe I'll make some glorified rice for my channel. I think Angela would like it. You know, I promised fried apples next, but maybe I'll do that. Glorified rice, y'all. It's something else. That just makes me so much think of my mother. Yeah, so I just try not to be sad, just kind of in the moment today, and it seemed to work. And yeah, so I'm gonna put this all together. I appreciate you spending time with me. I know not everyone makes it this far, but I know those of you who do. I appreciate it so much, and wish I could have Easter with each and every one of you. Wouldn't that be fun? Who knows, right? Life is short. I'll see you soon.